Hello, Professor Bright here. Welcome back to Cultist Simulator, where our quest to gain more and more power in Lantern is progressing as best as it can, I suppose, for now. Still gotta finish this exploration up. And then I have this, and I think it's probably my best option, really. And apparently it can only exist once, so I imagine that there's only one location Port Noon can lead me to. At least that's the assumption I'm making. So, excellent. What more do they have to pass through? I think it's just this? Just the worms in the world. Which is curious, because I've heard references to the worms before. Clavette, you did wonderfully, but there's other work to do right about now. Perhaps not, though. I do need more funds, so... Yes, oh, sorry. I think if I remember right, yes, that is how I do it. I have to wait till some other things have worked out. An extremely heterodox account of the Nazarene Messiah and his works, describing his ascension to the Mansus through the opening of his body. The Nazarene, meaning... Well, obviously meaning literally Jesus Christ. 7 were the wounds of his body, 7 the doors of the house, 7 the lesser aspects of the hours, and knock the aspect above all, for the mother of ants is the mother of salvation. Curious. But yeah, the Nazarene, Jesus of Nazareth, 1 + 1 = 2 and all that. Ah, I see you found evidence. Well, that'll have to be dealt with, but not just yet. We have other work to do, including this particular work. I guess having yet another Callagine might be an option. Especially if I were to do something like this. You belong there for now. And the work shall be the right of the map's edge. And I wonder why this box is here. What is this? Worry about that later. There have been patches between episodes, so I don't know if that might be something I have to actually worry about. Gonna hope I don't. A consent of wounds. And, this one I do forget. Yes, there we are, winter. That should serve us just fine. What are you, though? Curious. We'll leave it in the corner for now. Oh, and the dream. Continue through the stag door, I believe. Don't really have many better options at the moment. You know, it occurs to me I probably should have grabbed the hulking fellow out of there. There are risks now. Season of ambitions. Yes, that's what I was afraid of. Well, we shall see how things turn out, and hopefully all will be well. As a precaution, I was afraid of that. Well, hopefully she succeeds. And this Gospel of Zacchaeus. The book includes a description of a rite which can be used to raise a corpse to half-life. In memory of he who bled for the wood. It requires a corpse and sufficient power. The authors suggest an invocation of Winterlore and an assistant touched by the powers of the wood. Rite of the Mother's Mercy, something new. The assistant is offered in sacrifice to the Mother of Ants, but the Mother knows healing as well as poison, and she will be merciful, accepting the substitute of a lesser offering. Usually the experience is not reassuring for the assistant. Curious. Something to look into in the future. In the meantime, let me see. I do believe that you are in a language I don't know. And so are you, yes? Yes, Phrygian. Alright, so we'll keep those books and study... Oh... I suppose we must. An unresolved ambiguity. This is the continent. That's the Shires and the continent, yes. Oh, I probably should have explored those then. Shoot. Oh well, what's done is done. Can't be undone. No sacrifice for you, but then I don't have the power to make it worthwhile, so... There we are. Let's see. Continue the work. And my Calgene has a goal as soon as this work is done. What do we got? Subtle Rupture, not particularly useful to me at this stage. Ooh, Erudition, a lesson learnt. Fair. We'll take it. Just chatting with that person we've chatted with multiple times now. Leave it where it is. Ooh, and I will take some of that. Funds, a little bit of notoriety, that's all well and good. You, Calgene, you have work to do. As for the dreams, we will continue as we have been. Until such time as we cannot. We're gonna lose our 6th mark, I believe, but at the moment it's not that important. Is this just determining... Oh! Does this determine where some things spawn? Or, like, move by default? Perhaps it does, perhaps it does. Well. Yeah, the curse is not going to touch us, which is fine. Contentment, which is not very useful to me right now, but maybe in the future. And treasures lie before us, and you did take my 6th mark, which I suppose it doesn't matter at this stage, because I don't have the power to actually make that final ritual work, but still it is an unfortunate thing, something I should have planned for before, well, just allowing that hulking fellow to go do his thing. Continue the boring work. It keeps us alive. Wait, did that actually eat my reason completely? Oh no, there it is. And unfortunately, I haven't fixed this. Mistakes. Many mistakes being made, although this one will be salvageable. There's edge aspect to it, I don't really care for that. Pause. We have a mistake that I need to correct. There we are. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now all this nonsense. In the red tent, a madness of paper, the circus folk have pasted diagram-crowded paper to every surface. The anatomies of time. The dissections of old weather. The place stinks of nowhere. We should burn it when we leave. A trestle table holds an unceremonious muddle of trophies and keepsakes. Curious, I don't believe I read this. Or maybe I have, and don't remember. In the striped tent, coiling tetralogies behind smeared and murky glass. In the grey tent, dripping fog that nuzzles us like a hunting cat. Fog, rank as an animal. In the blackened starred tent, wonderful meshes of orrery and sculpture spangled with costume gems. In the red tent, the waxen priest in the glass coffin, and the books clasped to his chest. I'm sorry, keep us paused, thank you. Curious. Oh well, this guy's gonna need to be, well, captured right away, but it's neither here nor there. Now what have you found for me? A true and accurate history of the Shadowless Kings in Aramaic. Useful. A jumble of things. Not very useful at all. The Sunset Passages. In Latin. Okay. The Ivory Book. Ooh, we have winter here. A Writhing Call. Oh, lay your hand on these tattered folds and feel their warmth. Leave your hand upon it and it will explore the possibilities of embrace. An ingredient of some kind. Curious. And then Cassandra's, or Gartside's. Yes, Sanskrit reader. Yeah, I already have one of those, so away it goes. Ah, and the evidence is destroyed, which makes everything just that little bit better. I do have one question, though. Nope, can't speak on the subject. Oh well. Irrelevant in the grand scheme of things, I suppose. But no, the thing I'd planned. Across a bright far sea, Port Noon lies. Exiles, monsters, and visionaries have long favored the waters around it. Perhaps we shouldn't get too close, but it might be useful to get close enough. And I could use something useful. In the meantime, you two don't really have work to do, and I planned this very poorly, as I needed to talk to keep that one. Poor choices being made today. It's unfortunate. But for now, it is my reality. Again, have to juggle a few more things in my brain more properly. Now, this will be decaying soon. Thing is, I don't really need more edge at this point. You know, I have plenty just in the lore. Thank you for the funds. Let's see what we can grab out of this. Let's see, Lantern Heart of Winter. Lantern? No, and that's also the wrong thing. Let's see here. Heart. The Thunderskin. Ah, yes, the Percussagants. Go for it. Haven't had one in a while, so why not? Plus, I'm gonna need something to replace the Voiceless Dead soon enough. Thank you. Ah, and my health returns to me. Wonderful. Dream. See what happens. Oh, I'm sorry, check this one more time. Written if you've seen. Ah, unfortunate. I can't speak that language. But I'll be able to crack these in time. Still doesn't give me... Well, it gives me power, just not the one I want. And what have you found? Fort Garrick. 300 years ago, a rapacious empire claimed an island ripe with tourmalines. Neither the empire nor the island are mentioned in any reputable history, but the governor's fortress remains. Perhaps his treasures remain. For that matter, perhaps he does too. We'll explore that possibility in time. Right now, though, go find me a person to talk to. Ah, my apologies. One does forget. Oh, this is very troubling. Well, it depends on how much money I have. I don't think it will be enough. Or how much time I have, rather. Yeah, it's not nearly enough. It was a mistake to send them in on the exploration. I'm aware of that. Ah, well. Oh! Curious. Instead of dying it... Ah. Is it worth the effort? I don't believe so. Toss it home. Sever the connection. Let it be. And unfortunately, we lose a mark. Thank you. Always take the most valuable resource. In more locations is always valuable. Come, come, take my money. The sooner the better for everyone. Wonderful. Now you I would not talk with. But rather, where's my temporary headquarters? I don't see it where it belongs. Leave everything where it was. Where are my headquarters? There you are. Is it just me, or does it look different than it used to? Curious. But you belong in a cupboard now. As for the work, we continue at the Institute. And in our explorations, let's go to Fort Garrick. I have resources to spend. May not be the best choice, but let's see what we get. A crumbling sandstone fortress broods over an empty bay. At night, the dead walk. By day, they lie in wait. In a sealed vault, the old governor's horde awaits its plunderer. Expeditions need at least one funds per obstacle. Followers will defeat obstacles. If you run out of funds or followers, the expedition ends. We'll see how that all turns out. As for you, you found me the Vagabond's map, which will be useful. More importantly, though, we need to convert these Forgotten Chronicles into something useful. Or perhaps I should have broken up those books, but, well, this is the choice I made. And so it must have been the right choice, yes? A pity. But there we are. Oh, and this notoriety needs to be dealt with. Clovette, if you could attend to that problem for me, that would be lovely. And now we wait, just for a moment. We do have to start repairing these. Some dread will be dealt with in time. And what have we got? A warded door needs forge, but you have forge in you, yes? Yes. The Fretful Dead. Edge or winter. Let's see, in the Western Sea. Heart or forge. Okay, so I think the best choice, not you. Well, truth be told, this might not be the best choice, but it's the choice I'm making. I do hate to do this, but if we're dealing with Forge first, he's the best choice to send. Of course, there's a possibility we aren't dealing with Forge first, and, well, if that's the case, then we have other problems. We will deal with them all, in time. And you've been scattered about. Quite unfortunately, that. Let's get back there. Trembling Heat could use more, but what else do we have? Something that could get me a voiceless dead. Yes, useful. And perfect timing. Wonderful. So, out of curiosity, let's look at this. An offering of ingredients, you say? Okay. Something to look into, but not right now. There are other things to concern us with. Right now... Nope, not the rebels striving the map's edge, thank you. Does notoriety have any aspects? No, it does not. Unfortunate that. Let us see here. Probably best to invoke like so. And then a bit of edge. Yes. Made in the mirror. Do believe they have edge aspect to them. Been a moment since I've checked, so we shall see, we shall see. Eldritch, you're the most edgy person I know. So you'll be going in to deal with other problems of ours. Ah, good. Have our fingers in a lot of pies at the moment. But all is going at least reasonably close to plan. We'll see how long that lasts. I'll take the erudition. It probably will deal with the... Yes. Wave lashed and sea splattered, sun scorched and salt stained, but here. Good. Passed through one of the trials. I suspect the Western Sea then, not... Not the one I was particularly worried about. Oh, come now. You know what you're here for. And fast forward a moment. I was afraid of that. Not particularly afraid, I suppose, but concerned. Tiny amount of funds there. Oh, or perhaps not. Yes, full of edge you are, so... Let's send the maid in the mirror instead of the funds. And I'll take that vitality, I might find a use for it. And the work must continue. For which we need funds, so... There we are. Take that. I wonder if there's still stuff I could find at the unnumbered stones. That is where this will lead me, yes? Yes. On the continent, yes? Yes. The dead circle the edge of our vision like frayed dreams. The very air around us is chill with winter's shadow. They must recognize that. Okay, we'll see how that turns out. Could be good, could be bad. Let's... continue the work, I suppose. Not funds. Oh. Our fund situation is getting dangerously low. We're gonna have to ease off on some of these matters. What's the season, yes? Season of despair. Yes, several problems there. And next, a season of suspicion. Needs a glimmering. Unfortunately, it won't be getting one. And tentative evidence has been made. The funds, delightful. You belong there. And for organization's sake, we'll do that. You know, I don't know exactly what Grail does, so let's find out. Oh. Okay. We'll see how that turns out. Let's hope the glimmering isn't too necessary there. And another thing defeated. Cell rupture, I might be requiring more servants. So, yes. Thank you. Ah? Failed. Unfortunate. Well, that having failed, might as well break open these books, save ourselves some space. I believe it was Latin. Oh, I do have Phrygian. Oh, dearie me. Which one was it? Not you, Ficino. I do believe you're the one, yes. The Dark Gentleman is the only and rather grandiosely identified author of this often copied work. And given the coloration, I'm gonna say heart is what we'll gain out of that. Not the most useful of aspects right now, but, well, we'll take what we can get at the moment. You guys are doing all right? Good. Good. Will almost certainly shatter the warded door. I would like greater certainty. You understand. And throw that there. We continue the work as long as we must. Although once exploration's cleared up, I might just sell some of these bronze spintria or the iron ones. Can't remember which one is the less useful right now. We'll find out. Ah, good. I was afraid of that. Excellent. Oh, no. Some pleasures, the formulae voluptuous attest, are so intense they can corrupt the laws of the physical world. This text catalogs some of those instances. Oh my. Well, let's see how that works out. Also, I'm gonna move these up a bit. There we are. Oh. Once more. A trembling heat. I might need a caliber in the near future. As in, right now. So yes, thank you. Empty-handed, you say? Unfortunate that. Very unfortunate. Continue the dream. I have no reason not to. And Rhaenyra, you go out. Have fun. Well, the good news is I have something for those exotic cravings. Very good. The end is upon us. This evidence is still tentative, so there's some good in that. Wonderful. Now, where are you? Right of the map's edge. Yes, the trembling heat. Combined with winter. And there we are. Not perhaps the best way to do it, but it worked. And my followers are coming back, which may be in time that I don't need to create another Callagine, but always good to have a spare just in case. At least I think so. The Vault of Fort Garrick, a mosaic has been laid out as a game board of stupendous size and complexity, a map of the Evening Isles. The sea tiles are lapis, the islands are nephrite and obsidian. They're toy ships and tin soldiers. The Isle of St. Thomas is sieged. Raven Isle is crowded with black chess queens. Okay, so it is the Caribbean. I'd heard hints to that effect. Ah, wonderful. Imperfect, but good enough for now. Yeah, the Isle of St. Thomas, it's one of the northeast, well, sort of the northeastern corner of the Caribbean, sort of, for certain values of that term. Birth occurs at the conjunction of pleasure and torment, so the first forbidden acts of the Forge birth sparks of delight which took root in the glory or in nowhere. Who can say? So the seeds of the flower maker were planted, though for long years he was nothing but an unfulfilled ache. The formulae voluptuous. Oh. Well, fair enough. There exist some pleasures intense enough to corrupt the laws of the physical world. I'm sorry. To summon Izim itself. I believe I have exactly what we would need for that. Something to experiment with. Not right now, but in the very near future. Let's see. Aramaic, I believe, is the language. Isaac of Karth's History of the Shadowless Empire. Take a look. Actually, I suppose... Well... I suppose it's not necessarily the Caribbean, it might be broadly just the Americas, but... St. Thomas is in the Caribbean, so... There we are. A little bit of edge, not really anything useful, so again, we continue this. Until such time as we don't need to. Ah, wonderful. I have my funds, which I can just... Apparently I can't just click off, thank you. It's annoying, the Maid in the Mirror, Eldritch, Tristan, good to have him back. Callagine will be useful. Raw Prophet, you have Moth in you, yes? Okay, you'll be particularly useful. And then, among the game pieces, items of true power have been used as temporary markers. Was this an attempt to hide them, or did the governor know nothing of their real worth? True blood of Saint Januarius. The Thunderskin protected the one they called Januarius against perils from every past. To this day, his blood keeps dancing. Curious. Carcass Spark. A remnant of a greater radiance, glowing softly as decay, just possibly a mote of the divided sun. Intriguing. Ah, look at you. The time of division, in which Amira Zara prophesies events later known as the Intercalate, when the hour called Sun and Splendor will be divided. Written in deep Mandaic, the most secret script of the innermost rites of the deep sects of the deep desert. Well, that is irritating. My deeds, my powers, my achievements, and the injustices perpetrated against me. Unfortunately, in Fusino, which I do not speak. I wonder. Perhaps I do need to go through the spider door to get that particular language. Perhaps. Still, for now, I need more people, so find me someone. Anyone to hire would be useful. Out in the night, my followers whispering words that sometimes they might even mean. Even if their victim knows their words are lies, they might not care. Oh. Wonderful, a spare Callagine. Always useful. We'll have, quite a few things to deal with. Yes, we need money. Resources are needed. I mean, not very useful, but there we are. Come, we have other things we want to acquire. Ah! Tended by a prisoner rendered docile with delight. Perfection itself. Oh, and something else. A hapless prisoner. Someone's fallen into your clutches. They won't survive forever. No, but they'll survive long enough. Oh, and funds. Delightful. Here you are. In Elridge, you can sit there for now. Or perhaps I want you somewhere else. You'll do there for now. Now. Oh, let's take the more spent creature, or not. Yes. We'll speak with you. Deal with the evidence. In payment. Shifty woman who will be a useful prisoner. This notoriety has to be dealt with, but evidence first, then notoriety. It's the proper way for handling these things. Wonderful. It apparently describes the 1,000-year ascendancy of the Shadowless Empire, and I would love to know more. We will study that. Well, we've acquired our prisoners. We lost 2 marks again, but we've acquired something that almost certainly has enough information for us to ascend. Unfortunately, it's in a language we don't speak. And it seems very, very high-end in terms of, well, in terms of complexity, so we will have to figure out how to get our hands on that language. But that's a matter for the future. For now, thank you for your time. Note the like, comment, and subscribe buttons below. Use them responsibly. And I will see you all soon. Very soon. Bye-bye.